Cold and rainy airsoft days with a high grade of humidity often have that certain potential to mess up your entire in-game experience, which is fogged up eye protection. Especially when your body temperature is high and you're sweating a lot, moisture easily builds up inside your goggles and makes it almost impossible to continue playing. Some years ago, Novritsch has brought up an idea I really enjoyed since it was released first, the Antifog unit, which basically is a little fan pumping fresh air inside the goggles and reducing fog to a minimum. But there actually is also a brand new product available in the Novritsch shop, promising fog-free airsoft gameplay as well, while offering some more very interesting features, such as completely silent operation and flexible mounting options. Today's video is all about the all-new thermal anti-fog system, or Novritsch TAF, and what I think about it. Let's go! Before we take a closer look at this new anti-fog solution, I want to tell you this video is in no way sponsored or initiated by Novritsch, because they obviously had no interest in a cooperation. I wrote them an email like more than 2 weeks ago, but after telling me they received my request, they said answering takes longer than usual and asked for patience. Just to tell me they have forwarded it to the marketing department a few days later and that the request is still pending 2 weeks after I made contact. Well guys, in my eyes that's a little bit too much waiting in the modern world we live in, so I decided to buy the necessary products and do my own thing here. Money makes the world go round. So, in order to make the new TAF system work, you will need 3 products out of the Novritsch webshop. The TAF heater insert for your goggles, the battery, which also is the control unit, and a matching pair of goggles. This is how it looks when you unbox all of the included items. Let's take a look at the heater element first. It seems to be basically a very thin layer of plastic with a heatable frame. In one of the top corners you find a tiny white plug for the connecting cable. On one side there is an additional protective film, while on the other side you have the pre-installed 3M sticky tape. The connection cable comes in 2 pieces, which can be combined with a useful locking mechanism. Just connect the 2 ends with the arrows aligned and give them a little twist. One end of the cable has the counterpiece for the white connector on the heating element, and the other end fits the power bank I will show you next. When purchasing the setup for this review, I was not sure, do I really need this special battery box to power the heating element, or can it be done with basically any USB power bank I already have at home? Well, you need the special power bank. First, because the connector cable's plug will not fit in USB port, and second, because the power bank has the heater control elements installed. But what's the actual idea behind this entire system? It's basically the same as on the rear window defogger of your car. And why does the rear window of your car fog up? Especially on colder days in autumn and wintertime? It is because the outer temperature cools down the glass, while the inside temperature is still a little warmer and has a certain amount of moisture in it, called humidity. That moisture condenses at the cold window because the cold glass cools down the moistured air, which cannot hold the grade of humidity anymore, so it forms little drops on the cold surface. How can we prevent this? Simply by heating the glass up, and this is exactly how the TAF works for our airsoft goggles. On the power bank, you can adjust 4 different levels of heat. 4 blue lights will heat up the goggles with most power, while only 1 blue dot will give you the longest battery life. But before we can start, we have to install the heating insert to the glass of your iPro. Let's see how this is to be done. As you can see, I already have disassembled my goggles of choice, which are the Novritsch Antifog goggles large. The heating inserts are also available for other shapes of protective glasses, so you can pick your personal favorite. After the installation, the heating element will be sticking to the glass permanently, So the first step you want to do is to give both pieces a good clean with the included microfiber cloth. Once you're done with cleaning, the easiest way to remove the film cover from the sticky tape would be to pick a sharp item like this pair of scissors and lift it up a little in the areas I show you here. Cutting them in half will allow you to remove them later more easily while attaching the heater to the glass. There's also a very detailed instruction video on the product page by Novritsch, where Joseph is showing the correct process in every single step. As soon as your heating element looks like this, you can begin with aligning it to the shape of the glass. Take your time with doing so. Once the sticky tape is installed in place, it does not like to be removed again. Everything aligned as you like it? Perfect. Now it's time to reassemble your goggles again by fitting the glass into the frame. This can be a quite tricky job, but with the right amount of patience, you can do it. You will notice the little white plug is still on the inside of the goggles. Simply guide it through one of the two venting openings, so it is ready to be connected to the cable. Last but not least, remove the protective film from the inside of the heating element and give your goggles a good clean again, removing all the fingerprints you left during the installation. Now your heated goggles are ready for action. Operating the Novritsch TAF system is a very easy and intuitive task. First, we want to connect the heating element to the connection cable and the connection cable to the power bank. If you like, you can also install one of the sticky Velcro patches to the bottom of the power bank, which will allow you to attach it to basically every other Velcro counterpart on your helmet, combat shirt or plate carrier. Let's check the temperature of the goggles before turning the device on. The glass is at about 28 degrees Celsius. A little higher than room temperature basically. After the heating element has been working for about 1 minute on stage 4, the surface temperature has risen up to almost 50 degrees Celsius. This one definitely is no weak heater, that's for sure. I'm curious if this level of temperature difference will be noticeable when wearing the goggles close to my eyes, and if it will be more comfortable in comparison to the airflow of the classic Antifog unit I am used to. I think we are good so far. Let's start testing this thermal anti-fog device. For the first test, I've prepared a pot of boiling water emitting a lot of hot steam. In the boiling state, it did not make much sense to do any testing, as the steam basically fogged up everything around, not just the camera. So I waited until the water has cooled down to approximately 70 degrees Celsius. With the thermal anti-fog activated, you see there actually is a little fog trying to build up when placing the goggles close to the hot water surface. But the heater of the TAF system obviously prevents further fogging, as you clearly see the fog has a hard time growing, and after a short time it is vanished again completely. Overall, the majority of the glass area remains free of fog. After I turned the thermal heater off, things were looking completely different. You see, there is nothing that hinders the hot steam from condensing on the way colder surface, which is the glass area. So after some time, we first see smaller and then bigger drops of water inside. Playing Airsoft this way would be impossible. Consequently, the first finding is the TAF system, being activated, seems to be an effective fog stopper. But will this be also the case in a more realistic setting outdoors? As you maybe remember from my original Antifog unit review and the Bugatti CP1 comparison test, I once again put on my Airsoft gear and prepare myself for a little workout. My goal is to make those goggles fog up by building up body temperature and creating some sweat, running around constantly and then stopping after a while, restricting the airflow. This would be the ideal surrounding for fogging goggles. We all know this when hiding behind some cover in Airsoft after a longer sprint. To give you a better impression of the results, I will carry my selfie cam with me. Let's see what will happen.
No fogging yet, all looking still very clean. I actually do not feel any heat or higher temperatures. Whatever I do to trying to build some fog up, it doesn't work. But fog-free vision right now. I can breathe as heavily as I can. No fogging.
Although I did not like the way the Novritsch support handled my cooperation request, I want to be fair in my summary. All of the testing I did make me think the thermal anti-fog by Novritsch keeps all its promises. It seems to be a very effective help against fogging Airsoft goggles. In comparison to the older anti-fog unit, it does not emit any sound and does not change ventilation inside the goggles, which could be an important feature for all the players whose eyes react very sensible on pollen, dust or just permanent exposure to consistent airflow. After all, I will have to see how this tool will perform during summer, when temperatures rise up. But until then, the Novritsch Thermal Antifog really is a recommendation from my side. Will you also give it a try? Let me know in the comments. And, as always, have a good one.